What's up, everybody? Level M Diecast. We're getting back to doing some unboxings. Today we have Matchbox Jurassic World Dominion singles. These are popping up some places. You can definitely find these at Walmart for sure. There are some store shipper displays. You'll find those in the center of the aisles. And you'll also probably be able to buy these at a grocery store or something like that. But these particular ones came from Walmart. So we're going to take a look at these. There are 6 cars in this first mix. This is the first one. This is the Armored Action Transporter. If it looks familiar to you, don't worry. It is a reissue. Go surprised. That's kind of what Matchbox does nowadays. But the card art looks pretty cool. I like the card art for sure. You'll notice these are not numbered. So who knows how many mixes we're going to get. This is the deets on the back. Nothing fancy, nothing doing. Some other cool stuff down there, I guess, if you want it. There is the assortment code, HBH11. There you go. Second one in the mix, probably going to be the most popular just because what it is. This is the 93 Ford Explorer. This is Explorer number 5 with the viewing canopy on the top. This is also, unfortunately, a re-release. They've actually done this a couple of times. We're going to take a look at some original of all these, so don't you worry, guys. So hopefully that one will be a little different, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Next one up here. This is the Armored Action Truck. This one is a big B 6x6. I actually really like this casting. I like this casting a lot. It's pretty nice, actually. But again, this is a re-release model. Re-release deco. So we'll take a look at him as well. Keep on rolling with the re-releases. This is the Jeep Wrangler, 93 Jeep Wrangler. This is number 18 with the roll bar over the windshield and then just the bars themselves. There are several versions of this Jeep that they've released. We will compare this to just number 18 because the rest of them are different. You know, if you've got a different number Jeep and it's not number 18, it's a different guy. We haven't seen this anywhere but in the Jurassic World mix. This is the Gyrosphere. This has a little piece of, not a little piece, it's a decent sized metal inside. And then it kind of rolls and it keeps the centerpiece kind of leveled as it rolls. They've done 2 previous versions of this one. So we'll take a look at those and just see if there's anything different. I'm not going to, again, not hold my breath, but we'll see. We'll see. And then the very last one in the mix is the only one with a brand spanking new deco. This is the 2014 Mercedes-Benz G550. This is the same G550 casting that we get in the rest of the basic range with one exception. The bar in the front, the push bar in the front. So let's chop these guys open and take a look at some good stuff. All right, guys, we're going to kick this off with the Armored Action Transporter. This is the first time we saw this particular casting in the previous Jurassic World release. Is in like a bluish tint, like a steel blue color with a bunch of gray. Everything else is gray on it. This guy has a removable section in the back. We'll go over in just one second. This casting is okay. It's got 6 wheels, which is not something we see. It's not common for Matchbox. But he does not have an interior, mainly because he does have a removable piece. See that number 26 on the side, a little bit of deco for the hinges on the door as well. Like I said, this guy does have opening part. So just the back pops off. Got a little detail in there for some chains. Pretty minimal. Just slides into the back here, then down into these 2 little notches right there. Just one solid piece of plastic. Nothing fancy. Nothing spectacular. Didn't come with anything on the inside either. We got a sort of modded version of that, I guess you could say, which was this guy. This was the battle damaged version. So you see he does have some kind of scuffs and dirt and stuff on the tampo. Same color though. All the pieces are the same gray, all that good stuff like that. This one has a rubber band on it. Not really sure why they added the rubber band because there's plenty of friction there to hold the cage on. But yeah, that's all the difference you're going to get. Just a little bit of battle damage on the side there, I guess you could say. Nothing fancy. Now, this is our current version, and I'm pretty sure if I was to put this up first, nobody would even know that is the current version. Now, it's in the same color. It does have all the same deets. Same tampo print on the side with the number 26. So definitely bummed out about that. It doesn't appear to be different at all. Same finish on the paint as well. But what we'll do is we're going to take a look at our original guy on the left, this new guy on the right. Take a look at the tampos. So the paint's not all that great on this new one, which is on the right. Kind of got some orange peel to it, but it's the same color. Definitely not intended to be a different color or anything like that. Looking at the side here, we'll get the tampo shot in there. New one is on the right. Original is on the left. Still has the same 26, same little black logo right there. Same markings for the hinge, although you'll see the hinge tampo is... Actually, you know what? The colors are a little bit different on those tampos. The 26 and the hinge, just a little bit, but they have the same wheels, same bases, all that good stuff like that. Base shades, pretty significant difference in the browns, or the grays, I should say. The one on the left, which is the original, has a little bit of a brown tint to it versus the one on the right, which is definitely gray. So you can see the day codes there, L13 versus P51. Doesn't look like they changed anything on the base either. So there you go. A little bit different. Not really different though, unfortunately. Didn't really expect it to be all that different anyways. Now, we'll move on to the armored action truck. I personally, here at Level M, really like this casting. I think it's pretty cool. Very beefy, very sizable. I like the cargo area in the back. It's mainly plastic, which is a bummer, but it's still pretty nice. It's still pretty nice. Comes with this darker charcoal color for the body. Very minimal tampos on the side. Blue foil print on the wheels, which is interesting. But it does have a little bit of blue, just a little bit of blue around the back of the cab there. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to represent, if anything, but it still looks pretty good. Kind of brings the whole casting together. And then, of course, there's no interior on this guy. It's just solid pieces. This was to a piece having only or having 6 wheels. This is our new guy. Brand new release here. Try to keep that guy from rolling. It definitely looks quite a bit different in all the colors and the aspects and stuff, so I'm pretty eager to take a look at this. But on the surface, it looks exactly the same. It's the same tampos. It's the same blue foil on the wheels, same wheels, same colors for the plastic parts and whatnot. But again, I really do like this casting. I think it's pretty nice. I'm definitely a fan. Now, we'll take a look at these. We'll take our original on the left, and you can see already the colors are significantly different. And I never noticed that kind of like claw mark on the top of the hood. That's actually in the casting. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool touch that I didn't know about. But yeah, the colors are dramatically different. We'll take a look at the side profiles. Take a look at the tampos. So tampos are in the same spot. The wheel colors are way different. This is it's a matte blue on the original versus a chrome blue on the new one. So I definitely like that. Definitely like that change. That looks pretty good. Base deets, if there's any shade changes. Oh, sorry about that. Taking off on us. There's a little bit of a shade difference in the base, but it's going to be up for interpretation for sure. You can see the base codes in there. This one is R02 versus K49. So these Jurassic models were produced over several weeks. So that's pretty nice. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's good enough. That's good enough. All right, we're moving on to the next guy. This is the 93 Ford Explorer. This is Explorer number 5. Matchbox has also done Explorer number 4. Explorer number 4 is the one that gets crushed severely, pretty bad. And they also did that crushed version as well, which was pretty nice. It's pretty nice. This one was originally released in the Kind of the legacy set that was at Target a long time ago. That was probably one of the best sets, and then they did a couple versions afterwards. Now, there is a dirty version of the Explorer. It's got brown wheels and stuff. That was a very hard version to find. I'm not sure if that was Explorer number 5 or not, but if it was, unfortunately, I do not have that guy. Never could find him. So hopefully it will be re-released in this mix. That for once in my life, re-release will actually do me good. So this is our new guy. And you probably wouldn't even tell that it's different because it looks exactly the same, because it pretty much is going to be exactly the same. I like the casting. It's licensed, so obviously that's a good thing. The problem is that you can't use this casting anywhere else. You can only use it in Jurassic Park, especially this one with the canopy on the top. But it's an iconic deco. Looks pretty good. I think the quality of prints have probably gone up significantly since previous versions were released. But this guy looks still pretty good. Looks pretty appropriate. We'll try to do a comparo. There's a lot to look at with this particular casting. So on the left is going to be the original versus the new guy on the right. So you'll see the colors are the same. The logo's the same. Same colors, same deets, same claws on the side. Just quality of tampo is going to change up on that just a little bit. Taking a look at the side profile here, just of the colors. There's definitely a difference in the print in the font of Jurassic Park. There's significantly more yellow in the original versus the current one. But again, that could just be tampo details. Printing quality, that's going to be up for interpretation as well. The wheels are the same color on the wheels. Same brush guard, all that good stuff there. Taking a look at the base here. Try to get that in the camera for you guys. Looks like all the same details there. Original L05, new one P51. No base changes on there. So still the same deets. Nothing on the back as well. So unfortunately, other than the base code, that's pretty much all there is. Pretty much all there is. Now, Jeep Wrangler number 18. There are two versions, sort of. There's this guy. And then there's this guy. Now, as these rotate, you're going to say, well, what the heck is different between the two? Honestly, nothing. Except for the base code. The original one, which is an L base date code, was originally released in the Jurassic Park series. And then the second one, which is an in-base code, that was released in the Jeep series. So there's no difference between the two, other than the fact of two separate releases. That's why they're in the collection. But as far as the tampos go, they are the same. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and crack open our new guy. He's got a little plastic protector on him. We're going to pull these two off. We'll throw the new guy on there. New number 18, 93 Jeep Wrangler. Now, they've done 3 different versions of the Wrangler, 3 different numbers, and there's been some different accessories. There's been some tools in the back. There's been a full canopy, which was pretty cool, but this one's just a standard roll cage. And the cool thing is like, a lot of people think that, Matchbox did the 93 Wrangler before, but they actually did the generation right after that. So, but this one looks pretty good. Tampos look the exact same. I highly doubt there's going to be anything different. However, if anybody missed this guy from back in the day, gives you opportunity to pick him up this time. So when we do our comparo, what we're going to do is we're going to do the original release, not the Jeep series release. We're going to do the original one, which is going to be the L-base code, which is right there. L05, the original 93 Jeep Wrangler. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the comparos on this guy. Original one will be on the left, as always. So just taking a look at the base details real quick, you'll see the base colors are significantly different. The new one is going to be on your right versus the original on the left. Original has kind of a satin finish to it. The new one has a matte finish to it, and it's a definitely significantly darker gray. So that's pretty good. Do like that as well. Rolling it around to take a look at the tampos on the sides. Kind of see if we can hold these a little bit better. There we go. So just taking a look at the tampo deals on the side. Badges are the same. Colors are the same. Wheels are the same. Numbers the same, obviously. Still got the yellow in Jeep lettering there. The finish is the same, although there is definitely a shade difference to the color. The original one on the left is definitely kind of a little bit of a brownish tint to it versus the new one, which is definitely more gray than brown. So definitely significant change there. There is tampo print for the window bar that goes across the top, and then of course on the hood. Again, you can see the shade difference a little bit better there as well. Still the same logo, although the font is a little bit different on the new one versus the old one. So very interesting changes. Interiors are the same. No difference between anything on the interiors. And then just the spare tire integrated in the interior on the back. Looks pretty good. So not too shabby. Now the last re-release we're going to take a look at. And I have no idea if these are going to stay on the rotator, guys. But we're going to see. So this is the Gyrosphere. You'll see as it comes around. The inside is metal, and it is designed to balance in there. And it does roll, and it does rotate in there relatively nicely. It is all plastic besides the metal on the inside. You can see there is 2 seats in there, just like on the actual Gyrosphere on the movie, which looks pretty good. As the Gyrosphere rotates, you'll see that it stays center. It's a pretty significant piece of metal. That is where all the deets are. So K50, that is your original base code. There we go. Now they did do a second version. This is the battle damaged version. So this just has quote unquote battle damaged deco on it with a bunch of dirt and a crack. Pretty significant crack in there. Everything else on that model is the exact same. And this thing is pretty small. It's a little bit bigger than a Jawbreaker, standard size Jawbreaker. So definitely not meant for kids. Definitely not meant for kids. Now it's going to be extremely impossible, or extremely hard, nearly impossible, to really compare these because there's really nothing to compare. Other than maybe just the color of the plastic. This is the new one right here. Let's see if we can get the base code to show up. There you go. P51. Don't believe anything's been changed on this particular casting. This guy, that is the original. This is the new one. So original, new one. Now, what I can tell you is that on the original, this blue is very dull, and then this blue on the new one is shiny. So there you go. That is going to be what I can see the only difference. Now the blue is a print. The blue in the middle, though, that is a actual piece. So that blue in the middle is an actual plastic piece versus the blue around the ring. That is tampo printed as part of the sphere. I know it's super hard to show this, guys. I'm sorry. This is just really awkward. It's really awkward to try to show these spheres, but there you go. There's the 3 spheres. But yeah, it's definitely different with the tampo. Apologize for that. It's really very awkward. All right, we're gonna move on to the last model, which is new. We're just gonna go over some things real quick. This is the original version of the G550 for Jurassic Park in silver. It does have that brush guard on the front. It is part of the middle interior piece, so it's molded in. Looks pretty good. They made a battle damaged version of that one, which is this guy, which just has dirt and stuff on there to be quote unquote battle damaged. One of the best decos they did for this guy was in matte black, which is this one. That one looks particularly nice. I do like the fact that they got that little extra tampo on the spare tire cover in the back, which is pretty nice. Now, this is the version that they've used for just the Jurassic Park versions. The versions that we've gotten in the main line are these. So we do not get the brush guard on the front, that bull bar, but the casting is the same, other than that interior piece. So that interior swaps out. So if you want to take an old version of the G-Wagon and you want to give it a brush guard on the front, just buy one of these new ones, drill it out, and swap the interior, and then you'll be good to go. But since this guy is the only one with the brand new deco, very exciting to throw this on there. We actually get to showcase a new deco, which I didn't even think was possible. But there we go. That is the new deco. It is still the same print of the previous versions that we have looked at, with the exception that this is not number 5. There's no number at the back end here. The rest of them had number 5 as the unit number. This guy does not have a unit number. I particularly like the brown. It looks pretty good. Not a fan of the blue window, though. I think they should have used a clear window or maybe a tinted window. Other than that, though, it looks pretty good. It's kind of minimalistic, I guess, with the tampos. One thing I have noticed is they changed the spare tire. That is a completely different spare tire than the previous versions that we have seen. So you're going to take a look at this. It's a very rounded spare tire with your Mercedes logo in there. The previous version is very squared off. So they changed the spare tire entirely. Now it's still in the same spot, kind of a little bit off to the left. Looks pretty good though. The post and stuff is still the same in there. They significantly reduced the size of it too. So it's kind of a nice update. Taking a look at the base deets. See if it gets any kind of an update code. It does not. So it was not significant enough to warrant a man number change or a copyright change. So L21, one of the original versions, versus P51. So there you go. A little bit of a mixed bag. Kind of an odd thing to showcase, or I guess compare to. So I do apologize you guys kept with me this whole time. I do appreciate that. So this is the only good one in the mix, in my opinion. However, this guy is very different from the original release. So we're gonna roll with that one. Keep him from rolling, hopefully. There we go. So there you go. That is the first mix of Jurassic World Dominion from Matchbox for 2022. We will more than likely get a couple more mixes, and maybe a 5-pack or so. I'm assuming we're probably going to get more stuff, just like they did before. And can't wait to see what else we're going to get. Maybe we might get a new casting or two. I don't know. We'll have to see. But thanks, guys. Appreciate you joining me. Appreciate you checking that out. Level and Diecast saying peace.